much I was on the drugs that my Italian professor is on. I was like, oh man, maybe you should have fucking Paul.
Alright, we're tuned into Horak TV. We have a relationship specialist, Dan Thorn, sitting here with us today.
I'm not a relationship specialist.
He's a fake relationship specialist. He's been in many of relationships in his life.
No.
He's been through many trials and tribulations.
No.
And he has a lot to offer the viewer.
Sure. Plenty to offer.
So, Daniel Thorn, why do you think relationships go downhill?
I mean, it really depends, I guess. I think a lot of the time it's because people don't trust each other.
So, are you saying trust is a big factor?
Probably the most important factor, I would think. Because if you don't trust a person, then how are you going to keep everything stable? Instead of going through somebody's phone and saying like, oh man, my boyfriend or my girlfriend is cheating on me, I know it, then why would you get a relationship in the first place if you're going to be just sitting there worried about the other person as to whether or not they're staying committed to it as much as hopefully you are. So, commitments factors into trust.
So trust, okay.
Trust, big part. Yeah. There's other parts of it too. Whether you're mature enough to really be in a relationship. I understand you have to, learn. The only way that you would learn how to become better at relationships is being in a relationship, I would feel. But, trust, commitment, maturity, whether you're responsible enough, I think is probably another.
Yeah, responsibility, that's key.
Yeah. Well, it's like taking care of anything, car. If you have a pet, you have to feed it, it dies.
You have to maintain each other.
Maintain each other.
And we're talking about relationships, long term, not like high school relationships, or just.
What's a long-term relationship besides marriage?
Over a year.
Over a year. Well, and then you're not wearing a ring.
No ring.
So then it's everything that I was pretty much saying before. I think once you're married, you're pretty trustworthy with the person. You're not really looking at their cell phone, seeing if they're texting other people or anything like that.
If you have to take someone's phone, it's not good, and that's some faggot shit. If you're a guy taking your girl's phone, going through it, what you got to do is you got to take their phone, right, Dan? You got to take their phone, and then you just got to stare at them. You don't look through it though. That's whack. You don't look through their phone.
Yeah.
You just take it, stare at them, and then you got to just see the reaction on their face, and just by that reaction, you could tell something's up.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Just by the reaction.
Yeah. You just look at their face.
All you're doing is grabbing their phone.
Just grab it and just pretend like you looked through it, but you didn't. Because if you look through it, that's whack. You don't do that.
Yeah. Don't break the rules. But what's the point in picking up the phone in the first place? Just to see if they'll react? To see if if they don't react, if they go like, what, I don't care, So what? Look through my phone. That's what you want, right? You want that trust to be able to... Yeah. I think, if hopefully the person that you're with, if you're picking up their phone, they don't react in such a way, because if they are, then, there's problems. I don't know if it's necessarily your fault or the other person just wanting, to get other guys,
Yeah, I feel like sometimes women, as well as men, feel like they need the entitlement, even when they're in long-term relationships, that they need that little entitlement to feel like they still got it. To feel like they still...
Ego involved.
Yeah, big egos, like, oh, can I still get this person? Can I still get that person? Yeah, it necessarily doesn't mean they're going to follow through with those intentions, cruel intentions. But they just want to, like I still got it, like I'm guilty of that in the past.
So you like having somebody there?
No, you just Yeah, no,
And
of
you
course.
go out on the prowl.
No, not necessarily on the prowl, but just feels good just knowing, like, oh, like, you know.
You could fall back on something.
No, not necessarily fall back, but just know that, just have that confidence there, you know. Not necessarily that you're going to be cheating on this person, but that you're going to have this confidence that you can say if anything were to happen, God forbid, you can just still have that confidence that you can go out there and be okay, and that the world's not over. And
I'm sure a lot of older men and older women do that. Married, you know, of course, you know, they kind of just are like, oh man, hey, you know, those guys were totally checking us out, you know, they think we're hot. You know, they're probably like in their 40s, 50s, something like that, and they see like a group of college guys or something, or even like a college guy, or rather like a 40 or 50-year-old guy is probably like, oh man, I could totally tell those chicks are checking me out over there, and they're in, you know, college or their 20s.
now, why do you think people who are in relationships, women especially, stick with their Mr. Wrongs?
Why do they stick with their Mr. Wrongs?
Yes.
Are they insecure? Lack of self-confidence? You know, I mean, that's pretty much insecure, but they're afraid, you know?
Afraid of what? Like what
They're
else?
not afraid of, I don't think they're afraid of backlash. I think they're more afraid of saying that they're alone.
Like maybe they're afraid. But why do you think people stay with someone even though they know it's not healthy for them?
I mean, you could say the same thing about people that smoke cigarettes. You know,
Just,
you know that they're killing themselves.
They're killing
they smoke
themselves.
cigarettes and they pay in New York, you know, $10, $13 for a pack of cigarettes, and it's just sort of an addiction, I guess, at that point. Why are they addicted? You got me. I don't know.
It's like knowing you have cancer and you can beat it, but you're going to. It's like you have cancer and you think it's a good look on you.
Yeah, I don't know.
and and it makes you sick and all this other shit.
Yeah.
But you keep it around anyway.
Yeah, like running through a marathon and you get to those last, you know, legs of the race. You're so tired, you're ready to